how to stop my dog being travel sick in the car. This is something as dog trainers we get asked quite a lot. When people start bringing their puppies to class, they sometimes find that they're sick in the car on the way or drooling and not very happy. And that's normal for a puppy when they're first getting used to a car. So here are some tips to try and overcome travel sickness with your dog, whether they're a puppy or an older dog. The first thing we're going to want to do is get them used to being in the car. This looks like spending a little bit of time in there with a Kong or a chew stationary while they get used to the environment and start building a positive association with being in there. The next thing we're going to need to do is make sure that our dog is travelling comfortably in the car. Now, for a dog that has travel sickness, this might look a little different and you're going to need to do some trial and error on the best way to travel with your dog in the car. The safest thing for them to be is in a crate, but you might want to play with whether that crate is covered over the sheet so they can't see out of the windows, as that might make them feel sick, or whether they can see out of the windows, because for some dogs, being able to see and have a visual kind of reference to the outside can help with travel sickness, but it'll be individual to your dog. The other thing we're going to have a little look at is where they're placed in the car. Sometimes the back seat versus the boot can be better or worse depending on your dog. So if you can move your crate from the boot to the back seats or vice versa, give that a go and see if it helps with the travel sickness. Like I said, it's a little bit of a trial and error of playing with different components to see if you can ease the travel sickness when they're in there. Another massive tip that can be really, really helpful is getting a thick memory foam bed in there. You can find memory foam offcuts on the internet, or you can search for an actual memory foam bed, but you want to get quite a nice thick one. And this is because it will help dampen some of the vibrations and movements from the car, and that can really help with travel sickness. This has probably been the biggest thing that we found helps people with their travel sickness, is a really good quality memory foam pad for their dog to be on. Another thing you can try is you can get some herbal remedies and biscuits with like mint in and things like that. For some dogs, giving them one of these biscuits a little bit before you go on the travel, it can be really, really helpful, but not for everyone. And as a last resort, you should visit your vet and have a chat with them, because they may have some solutions, particularly if you happen to do any really long journeys or things like that. They do have some medication that they can give that can be helpful, but really it's only reserved for if you have a really unavoidable long journey and not the day-to-day driving. Hope this helps.